What is up, everybody, and welcome to FLW Videos. We just got a huge announcement in Pokemon Go where we are of course seeing some new Generation 5 Pokemon finally being added in. But other than that, we actually have some other features related to trading Pokemon, where Pokemon will now no longer be able to evolve through just having candy. Instead, you will have to trade them to be able to get the final evolution of that Pokemon line. Should be a lot of fun. This is going to be a brief video, and by the way, I'm going to go ahead and do a deep dive video on some of the best Pokemon that we will be covering today. But anyways, if you do enjoy this channel, if you do enjoy this type of content, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the video. So this graphic was created by Couple of Gaming with the GoHub team. Let's go ahead and address the first part about this, and that's going to be Pokemon that can only evolve from now on moving forward through the trading system. Go ahead and check out this list of Pokemon. We've got Kadabra, Machoke, Graveler, Haunter, Boldore, Girder, Karrablast, and then finally we have Shelmet. So a couple of these are going to be from that Generation 5, some new ones that you may not have heard of, may not have seen yet in the game. But let's go ahead and talk about this a little bit. Basically what this means is if you have any of these Pokemon and then trade them, you're simply going to be able to get the final evolution. And they ended up giving a little bit of a caveat to this situation. What if in the past you've already traded a Haunter, for example? What if you've already traded a Machoke? Those are also going to be retroactively available to go ahead and evolve, and of course not have to use any candy. This is huge. And in some ways, I think Machoke is going to be the absolute winner out of this, or Machamp in some ways, because in this case, you're going to end up with a situation where you don't have to spend really any candy to be able to get up to a Machamp. You're just going to have to spend 25 to evolve from a Machop up to a Machoke, and then of course trade it over, which people love doing anyways to get themselves some of those lucky Pokemon. So I honestly think Machamp is going to benefit from this greatly. And of course, take a look at the rest of the Pokemon on this list. I think that this is going to be a big deal to kind of have this moving forward and of course apply it, because any way that we can save ourselves some candy is definitely going to be a much needed benefit to the game. Other than that, let's go ahead and address some of these other Pokemon. We of course have Pokemon that can only be found in the wild. There are of course going to be a couple of more Pokemon being made available, but these are going to be the main Pokemon that we definitely want to highlight. And then up next, we're going to talk about the Pokemon appearing in eggs. Now, some of these Pokemon are actually going to be available in the wild, as well as being made available in the eggs. And then there's going to be some that are exclusive to eggs. I'm not necessarily going to say that Timber, for example, is just exclusive to eggs, but what I will say is that it is available in the 10-kilometer eggs, and it's also available in 1-star raids. Thank you, Niantic. You're doing something very smart. People are going to do these Timber raids, I can promise you. So Niantic, get ready, pull out your wallet, and get ready to take some money from some people. But regardless of that, is Timber going to be available in the wild? I actually do not think it is going to be. They love kind of locking down these Pokemon into the paid side of it, that, you know, the good Pokemon in some cases. So I think Timber is just that Pokemon that's going to be in the 10-kilometer eggs. It's kind of similar to like trying to get yourself a Lucario. You're not going to see that one in the wild, and it is kind of locked behind a paywall, or, you know, like incubators, and then of course raid passes, at least in this case. So I do like that it is available in raids. That is going to be fantastic. So as far as the Pokemon that I'm personally the most excited about in this, or at least like the family, for example, is going to be like Roggenrola. I think that's going to be amazing. And then of course Timber, like we have mentioned before. I think Axew is going to be a great Pokemon as well. And I think for those three, they're definitely going to be ones that I am 100% going to cover in the deep dive series over the next couple of days. But we really have one kind of final thing to go ahead and talk about, and that's actually regional Pokemon. Believe it or not, we officially have some new regional Pokemon. Nothing's going to change in the past, but we do have some new ones to talk about. So first things first, let's go ahead and look at Throw, where we're going to end up getting, for North America, South America, and then Africa, you are going to be able to get Throw. But look at this, we end up getting a 10-kilometer egg icon. So not only will they be available in the wild, they'll also be available in the eggs. And then finally for Sock, we're going to have Europe, Asia, and then Australia, once again available in those 10-kilometer eggs. And then as you can see, we have 4 more Pokemon to kind of cover. Two of them that are going to kind of apply to the entire world, for example, is going to be these two bottom Pokemon, and that's going to be Basculin, the blue stripe as well as the red stripe. It's going to be dependent on what hemisphere you are actually in. So that's going to be exciting just to see some new type of regional Pokemon, some new Pokemon being added in, especially related to Generation 5. So what do you think about these Pokemon? Let me know in the comment section below. Are you excited about this kind of drip feature where they're just releasing a handful at a time? Or would you rather prefer just have all of them at once? Regardless of whatever it is, let me know in the comment section below, and I will see you next time.